can't hear me, but now you can. Guess what? I'm in the studio and I'm jamming. Guess what? We got a little tasty treat for you tonight on the Lotus Riché Ignite Show. We're starting the show off a little different tonight. You know why? Because we're on location with the Judge Hopeful, Rhonda Wood. Woo! Hey, believe it and watch. All right, look here. Bruno Mars is one of her favorite songs. So come on in and get in where you fit in. This is Dr. Lotus Riché on the Lotus Riché Ignite Show on location right here in Maryland. That's right. And I'm super happy to be here. So let me tell you what's going on. Tonight, we have a spectacular show for you. So go ahead and tag your friend and tell them to come on in. Come on in, 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 and get in where you fit in. So as you come in and you get in, make sure you're sharing this broadcast. Let us know where you're coming from and let us know what you want to see next. Okay, so I had someone, the engineer over there, checking my sound, like, make sure you're loud, or you're too loud. Don't talk so loud, but you're looking good, girl. You're looking super fine. Like to blow my mind. I know. So when you come in, go ahead and put a number 1 in the chat. Let us know that you are on board with the show tonight. And so it might get a little hot here because I'm in a different location. And if it do, you might see me sweat a little bit or pat my face, but honey, I'm all right. And so listen, when you come in, please, if you have any questions for our Judge Hopeful, our attorney at law, Rhonda Wood, I want you to put it in the comment. And so I'm right here on location with her. And tonight we are going to be talking about balancing the practice of law and family life. Because let's face it, it doesn't matter what type of vocation that you're in. If you have children or if you're taking care of someone that may not be your children, balancing family life can be quite difficult. And it's not always easy to make it like a balancing act. And especially if you're a single mom, or sometimes even if you're in a partnership with someone, but you work in different hours, it can really be strenuous. You got to take the kid to basketball practice. I know, because I play ball. Don't make me crush you up, right? Or you've got to do something else. You got to take Sparky out for a walk or what have you. But balancing that can be really difficult. And so tonight we're going to talk about that. How do we balance life and practice law? A lot of times when people get in contact with people who practice law, sometimes we don't really understand that, look, they have a life too, and they're human just like us. And so tonight, we're going to get to see the human side of this beautiful soul, none other than attorney at law, Rhonda Wood. So I want you to come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room around my table for you. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to go ahead and bring people in. And go ahead, let's get a little music in the background for us. Let's hear a little music playing. Y'all hear that? Yeah, I like that. So as you come on in, check this out. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to go ahead, share, like, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that Dr. Lotus Riché is here. Riché Ignite Show, ready to ignite and take flight in every area of your life as we talk about balancing the practice of law and family life. We'll be right back. You got 30 seconds. Tag a friend and tell them to come on in. You've got 14 seconds. 14 seconds, count them. 14 seconds, count them. Woo! 10 seconds, count them before you're in. Come on in and get in where you fit in. Oh, and check out this commercial while you're at it. It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your your social media needs, you've come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start bossing today.
I had the opportunity to work with Lotus Riché and her team to create a promo video for my business. And let me tell you, she and her team are pretty darn outstanding. I had recorded a video that we were going to use in the promo. And during our meeting, they actually walked me through what worked in the video, and they provided suggestions for improving the video so that I can actually capture the audience and the clients that I want and the people that need my services. They actually told me what I could add to the video and how to set the entire thing up so that when people watch that promo, they will come away knowing who I am, what I do, and why they should contact me. So if you have the chance to work with Lotus Riché and her team, you are not going to be disappointed.
Right, and we are back. So come on in and get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in. Let us know where you're at, where you're coming in from. Hey, I see Elizabeth Ferdinand from Newark, New Jersey. Great to see you. Angie from D is trickling in. Now take this time, go ahead and tag somebody, tag a friend, and tell them to come on in, because tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. Y'all know who sing that song. Y'all know who sing that song, but I'm not going to sing that song. You're not going to sing that song. No, I'm not going to sing that song, but I am going to sing this. Tonight, I am here on location in Baltimore with the amazing attorney herself. And we are going to talk about balancing the practice of law and family life. So, if you ever talked to a lawyer before in your life, you ever needed an attorney, you ever had to go to court for anything, you ever got pulled over for a ticket, or you just needed to see somebody for a will, or to find out what to do to help your business legally, and you needed to speak to an attorney. All of us have come into contact with the law. And you know what? Balancing the law and balancing life can be difficult. But guess what? Tonight, we're going to make it a little easy for you. So go ahead and tag a friend and tell them to come on in and let us know who you're tagging. And when they tag, make sure they share their name and let us know where they're coming in from. So with no further ado, we're about to get this party started. If you're ready to get this party started, put a number 2 in the comment block below. And here you go. We'll see you in a quick second. Tonight we've got attorney Rhonda Wood.
Qualified to be a judge, okay? It's about having a Juris Doctorate and using it to serve the people and to make sure that these verdicts are fair and make sure that the ordinary citizens are protected and treated fairly and treated equally. And that's why I'm running. And in addition to that, I want the people to know, when you look at candidates, look at that community service. Look at the fact that I've made the blankets for breast cancer awareness. Look at the fact that I'm making blankets for lupus. I'm doing the lupus walk. I do the expungement clinics for free. I do pro bono services. I am the Prince George's County. I'm on the board of directors and the executive board of directors, and have been since I've been practicing here. I belong to the Maryland State Bar Association. I am co-chair of the Family Law Division. I'm co-chair of the Mock Trial Division, and I've chaired so many things I'm running out of time. But I want to let you know I'm well qualified and experienced, and I hope that I can get your vote. Thank you very much, everyone.
Over here tonight, on the Lotus Riché Ignite Show.
Hello, everyone. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rhonda Wood. I am a practicing attorney down here in Prince George's County, Maryland. I am proud to make sure and let everyone know that I am on the ballot this year to become your next judge of the Circuit Court for Prince George's County, Maryland. I have been practicing and working for you for the past 30 years, and I thank Dr. Lotus Riché for introducing me and allowing me to appear as a guest on her show this evening at 8 o'clock to discuss what it was like balancing 30 years of practicing law while practicing being a mom to a mother of 4. I would appreciate you tuning in, listening, and above all, support me, and above all, please vote. I look forward to seeing you tonight at the broadcast. Thank you.
Woo woo! Hey,
Thank you.
You are so welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing tired. I'm doing exhausted, but it's well worth every bit of my effort. So
Awesome.
this is what we do.
Yes, this is what we do.
This is what we do.
So, Attorney Rhonda Wood, I have the amazing pleasure to be side by side with you. I know that you do so much for the people in your community and even outside of your community, because you actually helped a young man at a restaurant I was at several days ago. I just picked up the phone and I called you and I said, hey, I've got this young man. He wants to be an attorney. Would you take a minute to speak with him? So you even go outside of your community, and I just wanted to personally thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
So let's get into the broadcast. So I've shared with the people who you are, a little bit about who you are, and what we're going to be talking about tonight. So before we get into our topic, why don't you take a moment to tell people a little bit more about you, and then we're going to get started. How about that?
That sounds great. That sounds fair. Thank you. And again, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
So I am originally from New Jersey. I got married and I moved down here in 1993, and I was married and we lived here. My husband at the time was actually at the Pentagon when everything took place.
Exactly.
And I say, it's tough being a military spouse. We did the best we could. So after we divorced, I stayed in Prince George's County, Maryland, with my 2 children, now my 4 children. And I've been a single mom ever since, raising my children, and everyone's doing wonderful.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Everyone's doing wonderful. I pat my own back sometimes. I don't know how I did it. It's like you wake up and they're 26 and 24 and 17 and 15. I don't know how, but they're good kids. So I call myself a proud single mom.
Awesome. Awesome. And she a Jersey girl. Let me get a high five. Woo, woo. I'm a Jersey girl. So what can I say?
I see the jersey on the screen.
That's
Thank you,
right.
everybody from back home. Thank you. I've gotten a lot of support from back home. So thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So let's talk about our topic tonight. So tonight we're going to be talking about balancing the practice of law and family life. So tell us a little bit about what inspired you to become an attorney.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I knew, I come from a good background. My mother's a teacher. My dad was a physician. So we all knew we were going to college and we had to do something. Right. And I knew I was going to make something of myself. And actually I was influenced by my brother, who is now deceased, but Peter actually went to law school first. He went to University of Boston School of Law. And, he said, Ronnie, you got to get on board. I told my dad, I said, why can't I just be a paralegal and marry some rich guy? That's what I wanted to do. And I just wanted to make a little bit of money and get through and raise my kids. But he said, why be a paralegal for 2 years? You go to law school for 3 years. Exactly. And I went to law school for 3 years, and I've excelled thereafter completely. And I'm really proud to look back at my journey and where I came from and where I am now. It's amazing. I'm really glad I went.
Awesome. And, we want to thank you, Peter. We know you're looking down on us, because those were truly words of wisdom from Peter, without a doubt, because you could have been a paralegal forever. But he basically said, wait a minute, here's something else you can do, something that will fit you to a T.
Exactly.
And you can also love what you do and do what you love.
And actually his exact words, Dad ain't going to go for that. That's what he said. I was like, okay, let me get my life together. Right. And thereon we went.
So I got to do something else.
Yes.
Okay. So with your brother Peter being your primary inspiration and your parents, when you were coming along, was it really customary to see many women of color being attorneys, especially in the area where you were practicing law?
Well, I've always practiced law here in Prince George's County, Maryland.
Right.
So this was the norm down here in Prince George's County, Maryland. When I first started practicing in 1993 is when I saw the first woman of color, which was Judge Michelle Houghton, was sworn in as the first district court judge. And then she went on to be the circuit court judge.
Right.
And now she sits on the Court of Special Appeals. And she might be on the Court of Appeals now. She is going strong. And so when you look at those people and you look at the role models, and I said to myself, I can do that. I can do this. I can do this. And it was in the back of my mind for the past 30 years. It was in the back of my mind, And this is the first time I finally said, I'm going for it this time.
Awesome.
I'm ready.
Awesome. Fantastic. So let's talk about some of the challenges you may have faced, because, you know, it's without question that being in the legal field is very challenging. And sometimes you're faced with challenges where you have to make a decision, especially as an attorney, when you're trying to help someone that you're representing, where you just have to tell them, you know, you did the crime, you got to do the time.
Got to do the time. Yeah.
So how has that been for you? Have you ever had an instance where you had to do that? And how was it for you?
You know, I've always been me. I've always been myself. So I've done all areas of the law. I do everything except immigration. So I've done criminal cases. I've done civil cases. I've done, you know, cases of, you know, sexual harassment. I mean, I've done everything down the board. So I will say for criminal cases, you know, when I worked at the state's attorney's office for about 2.5 years, it was very difficult sending men to jail every day. I mean, I was sending 3, 4, 5 men to jail every day or incarcerated. So what my claim to fame was, what I did was, I would take the time to speak with their attorney or listen to them and listen to their story. And I have not changed. I still want to do the same thing. I want to listen to where they came from, what happened, how they get here. I want to know if they can be helped by different programs. You know, it's not about incarceration. It's about helping people so that they can either not go to incarceration. You know, we have diversionary programs that are out there. We have back on track programs to get them back on track when they leave incarceration. And it's about making sure that overall the community is just safe, protected, and really just turning them back into regular, ordinary citizens, you know, where they can get a job and they can be productive and the moms and dads and everyone can be proud, because you can turn yourself around. I've had many clients that have turned themselves around. So, you know, that's the one thing. And then in terms of my family law practice, it was the same thing. I keep a tissue in my office. And I told them, you know, I'm divorced too. I have children too. But number one, you're never stuck.
That's right.
You're never stuck. You don't have to stay and be mistreated. You don't have to stay in domestic violence situations. You know, people really do not know where to turn to. And if I or other people that I encourage other attorneys to take the time to tell people where to go to, what they can do, give them some advice. That's why I helped your friend. You know? I mean, give them some advice. They don't know where to go. And you take your time as an attorney and you make sure that, you know, that's your job. Your job is to protect the people, make sure they know where to go. They don't have to live like this. I see a lot of people mistreated. So sometimes it's discouraging, but helping them is what keeps me in the game.
And it keeps you empowered. It keeps the people that you serve empowered. And that is such a key.
That's correct.
And so let me ask you this. I know you've just helped so many people. Have you ever helped a person who actually was wrongfully incarcerated and you were able to help them kind of vindicate themselves, if you will?
No, I don't do the appeals, not the criminal appeals. I'll do civil appeals, but I do not do criminal appeals.
Okay.
I've had a couple that went up to appeal, but I still prevailed. I still won. I tried my case.
Okay, fantastic. So let me ask you this. As a attorney, a single mom, you're out in the community, you're doing so much. And I know that you're doing so much because I know most recently you had, I don't know if we want to call it a rally, but you were at an outing. And this is what you said.
You qualified to be a judge, okay? It's about having a Juris Doctorate and using it to serve the people and to make sure that these verdicts are fair and make sure that the ordinary citizens are protected and treated fairly and treated equally. And that's why I'm running. And in addition to that, I want the people to know, when you look at candidates, look at that community service. Look at the fact that I've made the blankets for breast cancer awareness. Look at the fact that I'm making blankets for lupus. I'm doing the lupus walk. I do the expungement clinics for free. I do pro bono services. I am the Prince George's County. I'm on the board of directors and the executive board of directors, and have been since I've been practicing here. I belong to the Maryland State Bar Association. I am co-chair of the Family Law Division. I'm co-chair of the Mock Trial Division, and I have chaired so many things, I'm running out of time. But I want to let you know I'm well qualified and experienced, and I hope that I can get your vote. Thank you very much, everyone.
Only here tonight on the Lotus Riché Ignite Show. Wow. So let's talk about that. That's a lot. So breast cancer. As you know, my mother was a cancer thriver, and she transitioned February 26th. And thank you. And you know, so many people are dealing with cancers of all types. And you are on the deck plates. Now, some people lead from the bench, some people lead from their office, but you lead from the deck plates. You're out in the community. Tell me a bit about how you're helping people with cancer concerns. You're out there making blankets. You're out there on various committees and boards to help the community. And let's start anywhere you want.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, it was about 2 weeks ago. I also gave a speech at, we have an infamous fashion show down here, and it's about 200 people down in Oxon Hill that was put on by Rick Washington and another gentleman. And I appeared at that. And the theme of that was also cancer survivors, breast cancer survivors, as well as domestic violence protection. And so, you know, I was able to go down there. I was able to speak. I had a wonderful time, but it's amazing. They had all the breast cancer survivors come in and other cancer survivors, not just breast cancer, but other cancer survivors, and the treatments. You know, that's what people have to understand. You know, giving money and putting on these different projects so that you can earn money for them or send money, or you can donate, or you can contribute. With that, they're coming up with so much medical so many medical devices now that are just so helpful. It keeps you not only alive, but alive longer.
Exactly.
And you know, I mean, I think that cancer has hit just about every family.
Yes.
I mean, there's always an aunt, there's always an uncle. I mean, my dad had prostate cancer, had to have that, you know, had to have that surgically taken care of as well. And it's just, you know, or some people have liver cancer. I mean, pancreas cancer. Some people have cancer they don't even smoke. I mean, you know, so it just, it hits all the families. But it's a wonderful thing because you show some support. And I like that, because when you actually talk to survivors, it's the support that gets them through it.
Exactly. That's
you know,
true.
It's the support, and you appreciate it, you know. And in terms of I think, although I'm on a lot of specialty bars, I think my favorite bars are Minority Bar Association, J. Franklin Bourne. I am part of the Women's Committee. And every year for the Women's Committee, first of all, we do our big Hall of Fame is we have a tea party where we recognize all the women of color in the state of Maryland that have now become or appointed being judges. So that is wonderful. We recognize all the women of color. And also in that is a scholarship program. So we give money to the females only, the young African-American females or people of color that are still in law school. And we have them come and say what they're going to say, where they've come from, who needs the money, and we give them, you know, financial assistance. But I think the best part is that is the fact that the Women's Committee for me is the one that pushes me. That's the committee that says, Rhonda, you're going to sit down and make this blanket. I was like, okay, I'm going to make about 3, you know, and then it was about, you know, midnight, 12:30. We made about 24 blankets for breast cancer. We did the lupus walk. And, you know, you never realize how good you're going to feel when you actually do this. And the blankets are presented to people and they smile and they're truly thankful. And it just makes it, you know, there's more than just practicing law and coming home and taking care of your family.
Exactly.
People love when you reach out to them and help them and support them. And we all need help sometimes.
That's the
Nobody
truth.
can do it by themselves.
That's the truth. Truth. So, folks, if you know this to be true, everybody needs help sometimes.
Everybody.
Put in number 3 in the comment block. If you know that everybody needs help sometimes, put in number 3 in the comment block. And then, if you know that not only do people need help sometimes, but it's great to have community leaders like attorney and circuit court judge hopeful, none other than the attorney Rhonda Wood. People just like her serving the community out on the deck plates, really helping people. Put a number 5. Put a number 5 in the comment block below. Okay. So,
my number one fan is, of course, my mom.
awesome.
Mom and dad. But I'll tell you, I caught COVID after my daughter graduated from college, and then the other one received her master's degree. And somebody at that party had it. And we went down. Wow. And I told my kids, I said, can someone go get Nana? I think I'm quite sick. You just always need your mom. I don't know how people do it that don't, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I've learned to be so much thankful now for my blessings.
Yes.
When you go through life and you see, and it's right when people say, somebody always has it worse.
Yep.
That's true. Not that you wish that on people, but my famous line I tell my clients is, everybody plays the fool. Sometimes they get you. Okay.
Yep.
I love the song too. And you get to it and you start smiling because it's like, you're not the only one that's duped. It's called life. I mean, we try and figure everything out. And sometimes it just happens, but you keep being strong. You keep on staying in there to the best of your ability.
Yep. And life happens. And so when life happens,
yes,
I heard you say you called on your mom. Even my mom, when she was ill, she was saying if my mother was here, she would know what to do. And so I resonate with that.
Right.
So the flip side of that is you're the mom.
Yes.
For your 4 children.
Yes. Yes.
So let's talk about that. How old are your children? And how has it been? We want to know the tough, the good, the down, dirty. We want to know all of it, right, y'all? Right, y'all? We want some secret. We want some secret sauce. Do we want some secret sauce? If y'all want some secret sauce, okay. If y'all want some secret sauce, put an SS in the comment if you want some secret sauce, okay? Because we want the secret sauce. So talk to us about that. We want some secret sauce.
Oh my God. It has been, I don't know. I'll start from first. I had the 2 girls. Okay. Yes. And he was a military member. So he was going all the time. And then, marriage didn't make it all through the bombing at the 9/11 and everything, so it is what it is. I stayed here for my career. We grew apart. He went back home where he's from. So it was the girls and I, and, they just support their mommy. I mean, girls were right on track. I mean, they were scheduled. They did their homework. They had good grades. They always brought home nice gentlemen that they were dating. So it was good. But I know the days when they would tell me, they would say, Mom, what's for dinner? And then I have to go here and I have to be here at 9. Then I have to do this and I have to go there. Then I have to be, they're like, oh, she's thinking again. Just let her be. Like, they know, just leave me alone for a minute. And, I'll give it to the girls. They never double teamed me. Right. So if one was mad at me, the other one would be like, Mommy, can I help you? Like, they never double teamed me. So that was good.
Yes.
But I think the hardest part was, I left the state's attorney's office to come back and be here for the children in private practice. Right. So the good part is the best parts. I was able to go on field trips. Yes. I was able to be present at their school at least 2 or 3 times a week.
That's awesome.
I picked them up after school. We would go get something for dinner together. I took them to dance. I mean, they had my full attention, and they did good. So I think, let me see, what was the bad part? When you have to go running out, like if they get hurt at school, you have to be nearby. You have to be here nearby to take them somewhere. I mean, one day this girl pushed my daughter in the bathroom and she was bleeding. I had to leave. And the judges are so like when we had the sniper. They sniped here in Bowie. They hit the kid in Bowie, and I was in court, and the judge. I said, "Oh my God, he's in Bowie," and the judge said, Rhonda, if you need to go get your kids, you go. We were releasing early. So it's the things like that you have to go. It's the things that you have to be there. It's the graduations. It's the ceremonies. It's when they're playing basketball, or when they're playing in sports. You have to be there. You have to support your kids. So then I got married twice, and then I had 2 more. So now I have 2 boys. Yes. So what are boys like? Woo! Woo! So my mother says they wake up in the morning, and my mom says, "Oh, is that thunder?" No, that's how they wake up. Okay, that's how they wake up in the morning. Okay, and the boys are more like, like, come on, we gotta go to school. Like, they still haven't grasped the fact that school doesn't start when they get there. School
Right.
starts at 7:45.
Exactly.
So, so they're making it. And the oldest one, he does get out up and early on time. He's on time. I give him that. And, but boys struggle academically more than girls. So the boys take a lot more of my time academically to go over. That's why, that's one of the good things that happened during COVID. Yes. I could see how my children were writing, how they were reading, what their levels were, what they needed help with, because nothing was going on at the courthouse. Right. And so that was some of the good times that came out of COVID, or see what they're doing and things of that sort. We saved some money. Mm-hmm. We couldn't go anywhere. We saved some money. And but the boys, so they are. I'm happy because my oldest boy, he's a nice kid. Yeah, awesome. And he looks just like my deceased brother, but he's a nice kid. So it's like, both boys are mannerly, and both boys, it's, sometimes I just get overwhelmed just because there's so much to do. And I just have to just close my bedroom door, and I'll just close them out for a minute, and then I'm okay. But I had to let go too, You have to let go. You're so afraid they're going to get hurt. They like to play fight. They like to push each other down the steps. And it's like, God, don't leave, don't land the wrong way. Yes. So it is. But sometimes you just have to turn it off, and you just have to get some sleep.
So I want to know how many of our audience members, how many of you have children? If you have children, put a number 10 in the comment, a number 10 in the comment, right? And if you have children and you know what it is to juggle a job, to juggle that work life and that home life, and you're worried about them at any time, whether they got a boo-boo, whether they got pushed to school, whether they didn't have enough lunch money, whether they was on the school bus, whether you dropped them off and maybe they peed on themselves, 5 years old, sometimes pee on yourself. You know what I'm talking about. Go ahead and put a number 11 or 12. You can put 11 or 12. So this is a 10 with 2 is 12, right? All right, fantastic. So put an 11 or a 12 in the comment block. We want to know if you are tracking. Okay, so I see some 5s, and I see Rhonda is doing double duty. She got the 11s and the 12s in there. Go, Rhonda. Go, Rhonda. I told you she's always doing the great stuff, right? And so Elizabeth out of New Jersey, she put a 10 and 11 because, of course, she's got kids. And so listen, folks, we are going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. And once we come back, we're going to go right to the audience. We're going to take some of your comments and some of your questions. And we want to thank you for being here. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you've come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start bossing today. All right, and we are back. For those of you that might be just joining us, I want to welcome you back to the Lotus Riché Ignite Show. And I am here with my beautiful, amazing, incredible guest. She is the Circuit Court Judge hopeful, none other than attorney Miss Rhonda Wood. Woo! Yes. And so tonight we're talking about balancing the practice of law and family life. And she was giving us some secret sauce about the law and family life. And before we jump back into it, we're going to go out. We want to reach out to all of you because we see so many of you streaming in. And if you haven't yet shared the broadcast, please go ahead and share the broadcast and let us know where you're coming in from and who you're tagging. We want to know. And so we want to say hello to Mr. Charles Alexander. He says hello. See, Mr. Charles know how to come in the house. He says hello from Fortsville, MD. Great to see you. Mr. Charles, let us know if you are having a great time on the show and what has stood out to you most of all about the interview thus far. Okay, I love this. Angela Elton says, veteran wife, thank you for your support. Woo-hoo!
And
Awesome.
and I will say, I still help the military. I'm on the list at Fort Meade and at Andrews Air Force Base. I give reduced rates for anybody in the military. I continue to give back to the military for their service.
That's
so
awesome.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We need her to be the next judge. We need her to be the next judge. So, okay. So thank you for saying that. So anyway, we've got Buck Gumbuya. Hi, Buck. It's good to see you. He said, good morning from London. Dr. Lotus Riché, thank you very much for the notification. Woo woo.
Okay.
Yes. And Buck has a comment. Here, we're going to read that. Go ahead.
Let's see. May God bless you for being thoughtful and empathetic to the people that you dealt with in your legal practice. Thank you very much, Buck. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Fantastic. And of course, let's go on down. So Elizabeth said, it's so great that you are out there in the field helping the community. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you. Thank you for being appreciated.
All right. Fantastic. And Angie says, thank you for all the support and wish you a successful campaign and the golden ticket.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. It's the reward after 30 years of practice.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And so, of course, we got a lot of threes in there. And Angie said there's always someone to help.
Okay.
And so I know you stay very, very busy.
Yes. Yes.
Very
Well,
busy.
you know, my number one help is my mother.
Mm-hmm.
My mom doesn't want to do anything else but come down here and take care of these children. So,
Yes.
you know, but after 2 weeks, she had to go back. But I mean,
Yes.
she would come and she would cook and she would clean. And, you know, I mean, it was like, I could not have done it when I'm stuck in
Yes.
court. And, you know, it's you have to pay people to come. And
Yep.
sometimes,
Yep.
you know, jury trials, they used to last till 8 o'clock at night. If that
Exactly.
judge says, I
Mhm.
want to finish this today, we're there till 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
We closed down these courthouses. So thank God my mom was there to help. Thank God. So everybody loves Nana. So I got to do a shout out to Nana.
And so what is your mother's name?
Sandra Wood.
Sandra. We're not going to end like that. Woo woo! Let's give it up for
There you
Sandra
go.
Wood. Put an SW in the comment. Woo woo! That's right. We love our moms. That's
Love our
right.
moms.
Awesome. So thank you, Miss Sandra Wood, because we wouldn't have Rhonda Wood without you and your spouse. So thank you so much. And so Miss Ferdinand says, wow, that's awesome. Making the blankets.
Yeah.
3-5 she put in there.
Yeah.
And Valisa
A lot
Harrison.
of blankets.
A lot of blankets.
Okay. Nights of blankets.
So Valisa Harrison, we see you. 3-5.
Valisa.
We appreciate you. Let us know where you coming in from, Valisa. We want to know. And then Kay DeLeon, she's here with us. She said, when we want to make a difference, we have to make the initiative. Great leadership, Miss Wood. Woo woo. And she's coming in from the Philippines.
Thank
Awesome. Awesome. And of course, we got some SS's in here. Everybody's sending you some love from all around the world. So thank you so much. So
Thank you.
Elizabeth said, son-in-law, this is your cuz show. She tagged her son-in-law and she's saying, this your cousin's show. So son-in-law, get on.
Yeah, he's
check
there
us out.
somewhere.
Yes. So Kay says, it's not easy to balance our responsibility to have our family and our responsibility to the community. Moms deserve the sincerest commendation. Strong women indeed. What do you think about that?
I think when it was happening and when we were doing it, I remember saying it seems like such a thankless job because
Yes.
we're just working and doing everything for the kids and picking up behind them and doing this and still working and staying up late at night on the computer till midnight and things of that sort. And but now that the kids get older and they actually turn to you and say, thank you, Mom. And they realize what you've done and that they have what they have because of you and everything that you've given them, whether it be advice or whether it be taking them to church or whether it just be sitting down and giving them their time. Like it makes you feel good.
Yeah,
It makes you
that's
feel
awesome.
good. It makes you feel good.
And rightfully so. And rightfully so. And so we have so many comments. And so, folks, we're going to try to get to everybody's comments. If we don't, just take it for love. And we appreciate you. We are watching from the Philippines. So happy to have you. And Mr. Buck said, you are so welcome. Yes. And you got a lot of SWs in there for your mom. So fantastic. And Valisa is coming from Valesa. Thank you so much. It's coming from Upper Marlboro. So make sure you tag some folks. And what is Elizabeth sharing with us?
Elizabeth says, that's what we do. Us mothers, as mothers, we love our children no matter how old they are. That is exactly true. No matter how old they are. But I do think, at certain times though, they do have to, move out.
They got to get out. You got to get on your own. Get your own place.
We can't cook dinner for everybody forever. Okay.
Wash your own clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
Your own clothes.
Exactly.
Cook your own meals.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, cook me a meal.
And the shame of it is, seriously though, through my practice is I see a lot of men are still home at 30 years old. And some of the domestic violence cases involve sons or daughters that will not leave the home.
Yes.
And they stay there without, any financial contribution, and they're, cursing their mom off for being disrespectful to their dad. I mean, it's not always just the husband and wife or boyfriend or girlfriend.
That's true.
So
That's true.
It really is a lot. That's what I'm saying. You cannot become an enabler either. We do the best we can, but at some point in time, we have to also, you have to leave the nest sometimes.
You have to leave the nest. You have to get out and soar. And Elizabeth said, yes, get in your own place.
In your own place, and stop being their ATM machine.
Exactly.
Like
so
that.
I always say, take notes. Note takers are money makers, and note takers are change makers. So we don't want to enable our children as much as we love them. We want to be there. We don't want to enable them, and we don't want to be their ATM machine. We want to fortify them so they can stand on their own 2 feet and deal with the world on their own terms. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
So we know we're almost at the top of the hour, and I really want to talk to you about, we know you've done great work as an attorney for 30 years. And I say 30 plus, because before you ever became an attorney and started working in the field, you already had a heart to serve.
Yes.
So now you're getting ready to enter into a new chapter. And I always speak into existence, because now you're running for judge.
Yes.
And so I want you guys to excuse me for one moment. Watch this. She's so patient and kind. Pow! Let me see if you guys can see this. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see that. I'm blocking us, right? I'm blocking us. But this is her campaign poster. You can't see the total poster, okay? And let me tell you what her campaign poster says. It says, elect Rhonda Wood, Judge Circuit of Court for Prince George's County. That's what it says. You can't see it, but I want to talk to you about that.
Yes, ma'am.
So what inspired you to run for circuit court judge?
What inspired me was I walk up and down these hallways every day for the past 30 years. And I am a wonderful practicing attorney. I care. I'm compassionate. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And, so what got me was I've been trying to be a judge now. This is my second time being before the governor. I've been approved through the process, the judiciary nomination contest. I have been approved. I've been vetted. I've gone through. And finally, this year I said, I'm 56.
Yes.
So I'm going to run it on my own this time. I'm going to run it on my own, and I'm going to see if the people will see my experience and what I have to offer, and that the people will vote me in. That's what I'm hoping for.
That's awesome.
Because this is my 30 days, and there's no one on the ballot that comes close to my 30 years.
Exactly.
And so I'm hoping the numbers pan out in my favor.
Well, not only to your 30 years of experience, but also to your commitment in the community.
Yes.
And what you're doing in the community, not so just that the community will survive, but you're doing things to help the community to thrive beyond where we are today, for generations to come.
That's correct. That's correct. And I always tell people, I do so much pro bono work, and I see people hurting, and I see people that need help, and they can't afford all my services. Yes. So, I'll break it in half, or I'll put them on a payment plan or something of that sort. Or sometimes I'll say, it's okay. Let me just help you. So, you know, I'm not going to be rich, but I'll be welcome to the gates up in heaven. Is that
But
fair?
you're already rich. And you know why I say that? You know why I say that? Because you have such an internal richness within you. You have an intestinal fortitude that shines so bright. And that's wealth. We are not just talking about dead presidents, the kind you fold and put in your wallet or you tuck back in the bank or put it in a bank somewhere.
Right.
We're talking about wealth that no one can take away from you.
Correct.
And that's amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm glad I was able to take my JD and help people, which is what I promised my commitment was going to be. So I am proud of myself. I don't take it for granted.
That's
It took a lot to get there. It took a lot to be where I am, a lot to do what I'm doing. So I definitely do not take it for granted, but I really do enjoy helping people because they need it. They need it.
Awesome. And you know what, folks, I got to tell you, I've had the opportunity to really sit with her and talk to her. I've talked with her over the phone. We've talked in Zoom. And what I've come to know of you is a part of your heart. You really lead with a caring heart,
right?
You know, and sometimes I see tears well up in your eyes when you reflect on different instances where you help people and, you know, they came back and they said, thank you. You were really touched and you were moved by that. You know, when I called you the other night, when I was out at dinner and this young man, he was so thankful. We actually did a video for you. And I sent it to your phone, and I don't know if you got the opportunity to see it.
I didn't.
So what I'm going to try to do is see if I can get my phone.
Okay.
And if I can get my phone, I'm going to send it over to me, and I'm going to play that video for you.
That is so nice. That is so nice.
I'm going to play
that is nice. I had a neighbor one day who gave me the best compliment. She said, you know, Rhonda, I called you on the phone and I begged you for help and you didn't even know who I was. She said, you spent 40 minutes with me helping me on the phone when I called you at your job, right?
Yep.
I never knew she was my neighbor. So I was next door one day visiting another neighbor because her family member had passed. A friend comes to get me and says, you have to come get this girl. She's crying on your front doorstep. I said, she's crying. He's like, Rhonda, I don't know what to do. Like, you have to come home. And I came home, and that's when I found out. She said, it was me, and I didn't listen to anything you said. And now my ex has stolen my children. Can you help me?
My gosh.
And we dropped everything and drove all her mercy papers. She did receive her child back, okay, within 24 hours, okay? And and she said, from now on, I listen to what you tell me. I got you. You know, so, you know, so it's just, you know, it's good though. Cause I said, I talked to you that long. She said, you didn't send me a bill. I said, you probably sounded desperate. I just helped you. So, you know, that's the good part. That's the good part.
So this file is saying to me that it's too big for me to send through Messenger, but hold on a second because I got another way. So let me see if I can do this. And I know time is winding up, but I really would love to play this tonight. And if we can't get it to play tonight, I would love to have you back and share with you in the world this video. And I'd love to have you back once you become the circuit court judge.
That's fair. Okay. I will be back. I love you.
Fantastic.
You're fantastic. Thank you.
All right. So let me see if I can get this to go over to my email. The file you're trying to share exceeds the attachment. Okay. Guess what? It's all right. I'm going to play it from my phone. How about that?
Okay. That works.
All right.
That works.
So, and I'm going to share this to the screen. And this is the young man, everybody. I don't know if you can see his face. That's he and I. At the restaurant, I had pho that night, and I'm going to play this so you can hear it. I don't know if everybody will be able to hear it.
Young man, and he wanted to just say hi to you and thank you for all your inspiration. And as you can see, he's here hard at work, doing what he does.
Hi, Rhonda. It was really lovely talking to you earlier today. I could not be any more inspired than the stories you told me and the motivation that you gave me. Seeing that, I was like, you know, like I do want to chase a future in for law school and potentially be a lawyer one day. I do think that you set a story, and I do look forward to seeing your show with Lotus, and I think that it'll reach out to a lot of people who are very ambitious and more tailored towards, like, you know, the law school path. I think for me, like, if anything, like I would really look forward to hearing more about, you know, how you balance your lifestyle with your own personal life. I think all of the factors considered into being someone in the law school, or not in the law school, but more in just in the I'm so sorry, I digress. And more in law, yeah. But just like seeing like the perspective from someone who's been as seasoned as you are for 30 years, I think it'll prove to be like, you know, a great motivation, and not only that, but just a lot of information that is necessary to take in. And I look forward to seeing you talking into the show. Thank you, Rhonda. Have a great rest of your night. And it's great talking to you on the phone. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
That was nice.
So there he is. You were inspiring people from all different backgrounds, from all different ages. This young man is about 20 years old. And I was like, okay, he's got to be between 19 and 20. And then I said, so how old are you? He said, I'm 20. And so for you to pick up the phone, talk to a perfect stranger because he wants to practice law at 20 years old, he was able to touch 30 years of law experience.
Yes.
So I want to thank you personally.
You're welcome. You're
for
very
spending that time with him. So, folks, as we get ready to conclude our show, I want to thank each and every one of you from all around the world. And we've got folks sharing some things. I want to go ahead and share this with you, praying for you and bringing into existence that you are the judge in the hot seat. Awesome. I love it. And Angela said, wow, always inspiring people everywhere you go. Yes. And Wayne Cooper. Awesome. What's Wayne saying?
Wayne is saying, best wishes to my super qualified friend and colleague. Thank you, Wayne, very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Wayne. And make sure, Wayne, tag people. Make sure they see the show. And for those of you that's just coming on, no, you did not miss our discussion about balancing practice of law and family life, because you can hit the replay so you can hear more from my wonderful special guest, attorney at law and judge hopeful, Rhonda Wood. So with that being said, we'd like to take a quick break. We're going to come back for some more secret sauce and some final words of wisdom from our amazing guest. And while we're taking a break, go ahead and tag somebody and definitely put an R in the comment so we can share Rhonda some love. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you've come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start boxing today. So Rhonda, I know that you do a lot with the kids. You're juggling being an attorney, and you're doing a fabulous job of it. You're doing a fabulous job of being a mom.
Yes.
But we want some secret sauce. What is one of the funniest things that's happened to you as far as your family life and work?
Let me think. If I had to think about it, I think it was the day that my oldest child was homesick from high school, and I was working from home, and I took care of her the whole morning. And I was going into my office, which is right next to the McDonald's. And she said, Mom, when you come back, will you bring me some French fries? Mm-hmm. I said, sure. I get to work, I get busy. And about an hour later, I get a call from the school. The school says, your child did not come to school today. I said, why did she come to school today? I call home. I said, Lexus, why were you not in school today? She said, Mom, I'm homesick. Remember, you just left me. She goes, you just left me. Remember? I said, look, carry on. Okay, carry on. See you in a few.
That's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
You do. You get busy. You get busy. You know. True.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
God.
So listen, again, Rhonda, I want to thank you for being on the show tonight. And we never leave our viewers without, again, thanking our viewers. You all have been super amazing. Bernardo Garcia, hola, mi amigo, mi hermano. That's my brother all the way from Texas. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you, everybody. Please continue to share, love, and light. And don't forget, if you're in Prince George's area and you have the ability to vote, be sure that if your intention and what you want to see in the community aligns with what Attorney Rhonda Wood is doing, her community service, her staunch commitment to doing and practicing the law right with clear conscience and fairness and equality to all people, and her love and commitment to her family and to her community, then you know where to cast your vote. And so, with no further ado, I am going to present to you, of course, the attorney and future judge hopeful, Rhonda Wood. But before I do that, I got to say this. Here are my words of wisdom. Now, y'all know I normally go last, but I'm going first tonight because we're going to close the show out with Rhonda. Every campaign needs money. Every person needs to be able to run their race and run it without the stress of how they're going to run it.
Right.
So how can people contribute to you?
I'm online. My website, you can donate right there online. It's all one word. It all runs together. electrhondawood.com. And I would appreciate if you would go and look it up. It also has a whole 3-page bio on what I do, where I've come from, and everything I had to say. So you can verify everything else that I've said today. And please click that button to make a donation. And it has a drop-down box, so you don't have to pay that amount. It drops down to lower increments or higher increments. So it's up to you. But I appreciate any support. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I know I kind of put you on the spot, but you know, Rhonda, I believe that when we believe in something and when we believe in someone, it's okay to say, hey, this is what we believe in. And it's fair enough to say, let's help support this person and let's help them grow, because it's without question that they need to grow. So folks, if you can, go on over and support our Circuit County Judge Hopeful right here in Prince George's County. Go on over to our website. It's right here. And you can scroll down. Here it is, Rhonda Wood for PG County Circuit Court Judge. Scroll down there, put your email in there, and go ahead and sign up. And when you come down here, she's going to share the campaign events that she's got going on, some of the volunteering opportunities, and of course, you can donate. And when you click on donate, it will allow you to donate for victory. When you click on donate, it's going to come down here. Of course, once you donate, it's going to, of course, tell you thank you for your support, and you can make your contribution right here. Now, I'm going to bring Rhonda back, but during the durations of my show, up into your campaign, we want to see a commercial for you. And so my company is going to donate a commercial for your campaign.
Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
very much.
And we're going to donate some dollars. So here's the donate button right there. When you press that donate button, it should go right to allow you to donate. And so right here, when it comes up, see, I'm taking you through the whole thing. When it comes up, you can donate right here. Now, I don't want y'all to see my login password, right?
Right.
But I'm going to show that. Okay, so it's going to show y'all some stuff. So I'm going to take my stuff off of here because I don't want everybody seeing my credit card numbers, right? But that's how you can donate. It's so easy and it's so simple. And we all would appreciate all of your help. Voted for you, my sister. Thank you so much for your votes, for voting for Rhonda.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Vanessa.
Yes, you have Forest Run vote. Fantastic.
Yes. Thank you
so much.
Thank
and
you.
Angie said, spread the word and vote for Rhonda Wood. I love it. And don't forget to donate. So with that being said, I'm going to slide over and we are going to have some final words of wisdom from our phenomenal guests. And I want to again thank all of you from around the world for participating in this broadcast tonight. Rhonda, it's your time for your final words of wisdom for the show.
Okay, my final words of wisdom. I think overall, I want to thank everyone who has supported me. And I want to thank Madam State's Attorney Brave Boy, who told me, Rhonda, run this race and have some fun doing it. And that's what I've been doing. I have met so many nice people that are in this race, and I have really enjoyed it. I'm tired, I'm sleepy, but it was well worth it. You know, it's well worth. This is my celebration of my 30 years. This is my reward. This is my recognition for everyone seeing exactly what I've been doing for 30 years while balancing my career with my children. I'm glad it all worked out for me. I'm really glad. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad my children are fine. I'm glad my practice has survived even through COVID. And I just want to thank everyone for your support. And I just hope that you do vote. You know, people really did die, you know, to get this right to vote. So make sure you go out and vote. And please just scroll to the bottom. There's 5 candidates. So my last name is Wood. So you need to go down 5 people, and please check the box for Rhonda Wood. Thank you.
All right, fantastic.
You.
Woo, woo! You're welcome. You're welcome. So I am going to share again my last words of wisdom. Okay.
Yes.
Rhonda Wood, this is my final words of wisdom. Vote for Rhonda Wood. That's my final words of wisdom. We love you. Everyone around the world, we thank you, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget to catch us on YouTube. Woo, woo! Good night, everybody.
Good.
Remember, follow the show on YouTube. Subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing as you ignite and take flight in every area of your life.